Buonasera, welcome back to our Italian sessions. Today, as promised in my last video, we are going to cover something that is always a bit of a difficulty for most people who study Italian, which is the verb piacere, to like. So we're going straight into it because there is quite a bit to say, and I don't want to make the video too long. So I'm going to share a page that I've prepared already. So as I said, piacere does give problems to many because it works in a completely different way than it does in English. For those who do know about transitive and intransitive verbs, in English, the verb to like is a transitive verb, meaning there is an object after it. In Italian, it is not a transitive verb. And that's why there are, as I said, two different types of verbs. And that is the reason why people find it difficult, even after sometimes, few years, even sometimes, it's not surprising that some still fall in the trap of the verb piacere. So, as I said, it doesn't work like the verb to like in English. However, it works like another verb in English, which we have here. So look at the black writing for now, not the green. So let's take instead the verb seem. It seems to me, like we have here. So, which we have also this verb in Italian, and it works like in English, so it's easier to use. So the verb to like, piacere, in Italian is exactly like the verb seem in English. So let's see how it works in English. Of course, you do know, but it's just the introduction to make you think in this way. So normally, or most of the times, this verb is used to talk about something else that seems to, and then the person. So I've written a couple of examples, exactly as if I were using the verb piacere in Italian. So one singular, one plural. So let's look at this construction. We have it seems, which is singular, so something seems. And then we can say to me, it seems to you, to him, her, to us, to you, plural, and to them. So it seems can go with any of these. The plural would be they, or whatever they is, or some things seem, and again, to me, to you, etc., etc. So normally when we study piacere, we always see, normally we see the two conjugations, third person singular and plural, exactly as we have here. So normally we say piace, we see piace and piacciono. Piace third person singular, piacciono third person plural. And it is normally we stop, or we start at least, we start, not stop, we start with mi and ti, mi piace, ti piace, to start with, and then we'll add all the other persons. So what I've done here in green now, let's look at the green. I have just following a little bit the same structure as the verb seem in English. Instead of seem, I've written here a literal translation of like, because as we said, it doesn't work like the verb to like in English. So I have written it or translated it literally. so that it makes a little bit more sense. So when you say mi piace something, it doesn't matter, una cosa, it doesn't matter what you're saying is that this thing is pleasing to you. So let's stick with food all the time. We go for pizza, which is, yeah, it's an easy one. Mi piace la pizza. It means that pizza is pleasing to me. Pizza pleases me. Literally is pleasing to me. That's what we are saying. And that's why it works in a completely different way, like backwards in a way. So pizza is the subject, not I, like it is in English, like I like pizza. I would be the subject, and pizza would be the object, going back again to the transitive verbs. If you don't like even thinking about transitive verb, or you don't know anything or very little about it, don't worry. I'm just mentioning this for those who do. So don't worry if you don't. So this is what looking at the green, as I said, I've written this following a little bit the structure of the English verb to sing. So the singular will be is pleasing, something is pleasing, and then we have here this in green again. How we say in Italian, to me would be me, exactly me. To you, singular, ti. To him, gli. To her, le. To us, ci. To you, plural, vi. And to them, both masculine and feminine, gli. So these little words in green mean this to me, to you, etc. Now, this piacere, this video in particular, is for those who have already seen piacere, used piacere. It's just like a follow-up and fill in the gaps a bit. So I am assuming that you do know that this is not completely new to you. Otherwise, it would be a little bit difficult. So if you're not familiar with indirect object pronouns, which are these, you might find this video a little bit challenging. And I don't, at the moment, I don't have yet a video on direct object pronouns or indirect object pronouns, which are these ones. So I would recommend, obviously, do watch it to have a bit of an idea, but it will not explain everything as you would like to if you have never come across these indirect object pronouns, or if you have never seen or used the verb piacere. I do have another video which talks about piacere, but how to use it without knowing what's behind it. So going back to this, as we said, there's the singular, and then the plural would be they, so things are pleasing, and then again, to me, to you, etc., which again are in Italian are these little pronouns. So this, as I said, it's just to show you a little bit how the verb to like, the verb piacere works in Italian, which is different from the verb to like, and instead it works like the verb to sim. So now, so this, as I said, these are the indirect object pronouns, and as I said, I would assume that you do have some knowledge of them. So I'm not going to explain them or to to talk about the pronouns. We're talking about the verb. So here we have the Italian version. So here we've got again all those pronouns that I wrote in green. The top, we have them here. So here, when we're using the verb piacere, we are not using the subject pronouns. We are not using io, tu, lui, lei, noi, voi, loro. It doesn't work with the verb piacere. We need to use these pronouns instead. And we have to use them in this order, which is different from the order in English. In English, as we have seen, let's have a look here. The indirect pronouns are here after the verb. Instead, in Italian, we have them here before the verb. So this basically is the same construction, but that we have seen with the verb to sing, but here we have it with piacere. So we have the indirect object pronouns, and then we have, for the moment, only the conjugation of the third person singular, piace, and the third person plural, piacciono. So piace, as you said, singular, so it's followed by something singular. I used pizza earlier. So a noun could be a person as well, as long as it's singular, or a verb, the infinitive of a verb. If you just say, I like to do exercise, I like to walk, I like to read, etc. Then you'd use the infinitive of the verb, like mi piace leggere. And this one instead, piacciono, followed by a plural noun. Stick into food. Just because it's easier, mi piacciono gli spaghetti. I like spaghetti. Spaghetti, remember, is plural, many of them, not just one. If you just say that you like pasta, then you'd use the singular, mi piace la pasta, or here, mi piacciono gli spaghetti, or any other specific type of pasta. Just a little information, some extra information. So this is what we normally use, we learn. As I was saying earlier, we start with mi, obviously, mi piace, mi piacciono, and then we learn ti when we want to ask somebody if they like something, and then gradually we can ask or talk about others. So if we want to say that he likes something, we use gli, she likes, we use le. So something is pleasing to him, or some things are pleasing to her. Again, remember that this is what you are saying. Obviously translated in English into proper English. However, when you want to work out how to say it in Italian, it helps thinking and using this construction. And then, as we said, we have the plurals. So ci, which is something is pleasing to us, vi, pleasing to you, plural, gli, pleasing to them. So as I said, this is so far, again, is what we learn when we are studying the verb piacere. But we are going to see a little bit more about this verb today. Because what happens, in fact, what happens sometimes, as I said, it is normal to fall in the trap of using or conjugating the verb piacere as you do in English. So more than once, instead of, let's use the sentence, mi piace leggere, I like to read, more than once, I have seen mi piaccio leggere, which mi piaccio means I like myself, piaccio. It's a different conjugation. It's not the third conjugation. It has nothing to do with reading. It doesn't mean the reading is pleasing to you, because reading, being the subject, needs, so reading is pleasing, so a third person singular. So it needs piace. So let's see what rarely actually is even taught, I guess. In fact, I'm not going to, I should actually take that back. But rarely I have seen or I've heard people who have studied Italian using piacere with the other conjugations. So let's see them. So this one is a little bit more advanced. Piacere has all the conjugations of all the persons, singular and plural. So we can conjugate it exactly like we do with all the other verbs. It's a little bit irregular because sometimes we have a double C, for example. But apart from that, it's a verb in ere. So let's see how it's conjugated. It's exactly, as I said, exactly like any other regular verb. This is almost regular, as I said. With the normal endings that you would add to any other verb. This one is the present tense. So piaccio is io piaccio. So here, when you are conjugating this, the verb piacere in this way, that's when you can add the subject pronouns that we normally use for every other verb. So io piaccio, tu piaci. I'm not gonna write this one, otherwise it's gonna well, I don't know. Let's write it then. Lui o lei piace. And then noi piacciamo, voi piacete, and then we have, oops, it doesn't matter. Loro piacciono. So this, if you have the subject pronouns, as I said, what we use for every other verb, we can use them for the verb piacere with a normal conjugation. Here I have written the translation for each of them. Obviously similar, just the person changes. So a way, again, to translate the verb to like literally is I am liked. In this case, io piaccio means I am liked by somebody, or I am pleasing to somebody. Same here. Tu piaci. So see, again, I'm just repeating. We have the endings of the normal verbs, and then we have the subject pronouns. So tu piaci, you meaning that you are doing the action of being pleasing to somebody, or you are being liked by somebody. So that's the translation again. You are liked or you are pleasing. Same here. Lui piace or lei piace. So he, she, it is liked by somebody or is pleasing, again, to somebody. Noi piacciamo, we are liked or we are pleasing. Voi piacete, you are liked or you are pleasing. Loro piacciono, they are liked or they are pleasing. So this is the conjugation of piacere. Now, obviously, so how we're gonna use this? You can say, like normally, you can say they like me, or you like her, or she likes them. So everybody can like everybody, basically. However, remember that in order to do that, we have to say that she is pleasing to them, or they are pleasing to him. That's how we have to do it. So now we have, going up here, we have the indirect object pronouns, which is what we need. we have here the verb conjugated with the subject pronouns, which is the io tu. So the ones doing the action. In fact, going back here, I'm looking at using, in fact, the example that I used earlier with the pizza. Mi piace la pizza. So pizza is pleasing to me. So la pizza is the subject, as we said. So the pizza is doing the action of. So the pizza is liked or is pleasing to, and then we can choose any of these pronouns. So mi piace la pizza, the pizza is pleasing to me. Ti piace la pizza, pizza is pleasing to you. Gli o le piace, so pizza is pleasing to him or her. Ci piace la pizza, the pizza is liked by us. Vi piace is liked by you, plural. Or gli piace la pizza, so pizza is liked by them or is pleasing to them. This is, again, I'm repeating, but I hope this helps because it's so many things to keep in mind. So what we're going to see next. So this is like, yes, somebody is liked by whom, or somebody is pleasing to whom. So here we have, I've written again all the pronouns, and here we can start, if we want to, we can start using, in fact, any of the conjugations that we have at the top, and we can make sentences and matching, it's not matching actually, and putting them together with any of these indirect object pronouns. So if you, let's pick just any, let's go for, actually, let's, for now, let's leave the piace and piacciono out for a little bit. Let's use the others instead. That we don't hear, we don't see them very often. Let's go for piaci. Yes. So piaci means you are liked. So any of, so piaci, we can use it in front of any of these because the subjects, remember, these are not subjects. This is, these are the, means to me, to you. So that is not the subject. They're not the ones that are carrying out, performing the action. So piaci can go in front of any of these. If I write it in here, mi piaci. So piaci means, the translation of piaci is you are liked by me, or you are pleasing to me, meaning I like you. So let me write it in here. So if I shall write it, I'll use that. So you are liked by me, or you are pleasing to me. There. Meaning I like you. Mm? So that's how you have to think. We can write, if we write piaci here, so piaci is you, again, it's exactly the same. You are liked by whom? By yourself, meaning you are pleasing to you. You are pleasing to yourself. You like yourself. Yes. I'm not going to do the whole, just the first one I've done it just to give you an idea. So this means you like yourself. Nothing wrong with that, in fact. So, in fact, as I was saying earlier, what happens often, instead of writing or saying mi piace something, at some point there is the trap of saying mi piaccio, which does mean I like myself. So the conjugation, sorry, is like the other verb, the transitive verbs, which doesn't work with piacere. Here, if we write piaci here, so remember the person is still you, singular. You are pleasing or you are liked by whom? By him, gli, or by her, le. So gli piaci means he likes you. And le piace, infatti lei sta in here, and le piaci means she likes you. Same here. If we write, if we have piaci again here, you are pleasing to us, meaning we like you. It's a bit of a little complicated way of saying it, but you just need to get used to it. Yeah, maybe if you, I hope this way of saying it, so like dissecting the whole thing helps. But if you have your own way, your way to do the thinking that is needed, then obviously go with that, whichever works better for you to memorize it and understand it. Yeah, obviously you singular and you plural doesn't work because you singular you'd be part of the whole group. So we'll skip this one because it doesn't work really. And instead here, it took me a bit. So yeah. So gli piaci, again, you are pleasing to whom? To them. Remember, this can be to them, masculine or feminine, meaning they like you. Like you. Here, let's find another one for this one. We can go for. I'm trying not to. Well, we go for the first one. For example, piaccio. So piaccio, remember, I am liked by somebody or I am pleasing to somebody. So if I say vi piaccio, I am the one doing the action of being pleasing to whom? To you plural. So vi piaccio means you plural like me. Yes. So these are the examples, in fact, some examples. We've used piaci, we've used the second person singular. Just to see how we can use any, as I said, any of the conjugation with almost any of the indirect object pronouns. As I said, I don't have at the moment, I don't have yet a video on the direct or indirect object pronouns, but I will add one at some point. So this basically, in fact, going back up here, the verb seem, you can use it for not just it and they. You can say, I seem to you, to them, etc. Or they seem to her, etc., etc. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Just as we are here talking about the verb to seem, in Italian, the verb to seem is sembrare. So mi sembra, I'm sure you've heard, mi sembra, it seems to me. So remember, the verb piacere works exactly in this way. And we have seen So yeah, this is what we normally are more familiar with. But remember, the verb piacere can be conjugated, so all the persons, for the persons like every other verb, as we said, semi-regular, almost regular. And this is how you conjugate and make a sentence. If, for example, you want to make a complete sentence, tu mi piaci. So remember, tu and piaci. So the piaci is conjugated according to tu. So tu piaci, we have the subject tu, the verb piaci, and then we have an object, which is indirect object, really, pronoun, which is me. So you are liked by myself. So I like you. And here you can do the same with all these things. Here you can actually add tu ti piace, you like yourself, and again tu in front of any of these ones, except this one that we've done it different. Here, for example, we would need io, because the conjugation is the first person singular, and which goes with io. So io vi piaccio, I am pleasing to you, or I am liked by you. So feel free to experiment, if you haven't done it before, to experiment with all these conjugations and the indirect object pronouns. I think it's and hopefully this will help you to use the verb piacere a little bit more, possibly, and in a more correct way as well. So that is the hope. I hope, talking about hope, I hope you have found this useful. And please, again, if you do have questions, feel free to ask questions or write comments in obviously in the comment section. And so any questions about this video, any other if you need any more explanations or other examples, or if feel free to write, I don't know, you know, if you have been trying the different conjugations, write a sentence. If that would be an interesting thing to do, write a sentence with the verb piacere, conjugate exactly like I've just done the last few sentences that I have written, with the translation. And then we can see, if you're not sure, obviously if you're 100% sure, but if you're not sure, I can have a look and confirm that it is correct. Right, so this is it for today. And as I said, thank you for subscribing and liking. In fact, when you do watch the videos, do like it, and if you want to receive or to receive a notification about the new videos, subscribe and click on the bell. And also, I'm very happy to cover topics that I haven't yet. And if you have suggestions, if you have specific questions, so not only about this video, but also other topics that I haven't covered yet. And now I'm just repeating the same things. So I will see you next one on the next video, which it might be pronouns actually. Now I'm gonna have to go for the direct and indirect pronouns. So in case you knew a little bit about piacere, but not so much about the direct and indirect object pronouns, then we have we are going to see those. So I will see you on our next video. Ciao, bye.